What is going on? What is going on? This is in Colorado. This is on Highway 85. What the heck is going on, man? I have driven this highway every day for the last 2 years. I have never seen this. What the heck? Holy smokes, it's still going. It's still going. It's still going. Wow. Oh, just got to, oh my gosh, man. That's crazy.
Okay, Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to you Akim out there that push this word in truth and in sincerity. This is a train carrying military equipment, such as tanks, Humvees, MRAPs, other military hardware. And this is taking place in Colorado. And this particular driver, you're saying he's driving on Highway Interstate 85, and he's never seen nothing like this. But they prepping, they preparing for something to go down because they allow these borders to be, America to be invaded, and these borders to be open. So you have criminals coming in as well as law-abiding citizens. You have military-age men coming in. You have gang members coming in from MS-13, people that owe these drug cartels money, so they over here trying to get that money to send back in order to avoid their family being put to death by these evil, wicked-ass drug cartels. So a lot of things is happening. And now we have a hot war going on with the Palestinians and Israel over a land that's not even theirs. And the situation also was going on in Russia concerning Ukraine. So things is getting worse, it's getting worse, it's getting worse, and it's only going to get worse. Now you have, they talk about this military draft because the U.S. military is the recruitment is at an all-time low. So now what they're going to do is for this upcoming World War that they involved with, they involved with a proxy war with Russia over there. Russia and NATO, the United States is in a proxy war, them and NATO over there with Russia, and now they sending weaponry to aid the Israelis over there. So things is getting it's getting bad out there, and we're approaching the winter months. So anything can happen between now and January of 2024. Anything can happen, and we're approaching one of these high holy days of the elites that they do human sacrifices. We warn you, Jacob's trouble is coming. Jacob's trouble is coming, and we've been warning you, telling you, why would they be having military vehicles on a train stretched for miles? What are they planning on doing? What are they planning on doing with that? I'll tell you what they plan on doing with it. They planning on besieging the cities, locking the cities down. It's called martial law. Whereas the military take over the government and military run things. And you better have a legitimate reason why you're on the streets or they're going to gun you down. This is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7. Alas, for the day is great, so that there's none like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. There's going to be no day like the day that's coming, which is Jacob's trouble. It's going to far succeed 70 AD. It says, but he shall be saved out of it. Who's going to be saved out of it? The elect. But when you go to Zechariah 13 and 8, two parts going to be cut off and die. That's a 2/3. That's the 2/3 of you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans who choose not to get right. Because you're worried about the wrong things. First and foremost, you're not measuring the times pursuant to 2nd Esdras 9:1. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. Because everything is a joke to Jake. Jake think everything is a joke. When I mean Jake, I'm talking about you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, on down to Issachar, man. Y'all think everything is a joke. You know, everything is about fun and games. Now, y'all about to celebrate these pagan festivals. The first one that's coming up is Halloween. And then Thanksgiving, then Christmas, then New Year's. And the cycle gonna continue because y'all that's so caught up into the society, not considering the Lord is about to bring some serious judgment on this earth. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before. What's part of the signs? Earthquakes, floods, uproars of the people. Is going to get into it. It says, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, we've seen earthquakes in Libya, we've seen earthquakes in Turkey, we've seen earthquakes in not Libya, I meant to say Morocco. It was a great flood in Libya that killed thousands. These are prophecies. It was floods over in New York City about a couple of weeks ago. Torrential rain flooded the city. Subway stations was flooded. These are the times you should be measuring. These are the times that you should be diligently looking for. Because we're at the end of this devil's rulership. It says, then shalt thou let's go back up to verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people, which we seen all over the world, you got protests going on in New York City over the Palestinian-Israeli war. You got all kind of protests going on about the migrants coming in. These are uproars of the people. And not only in America, but this is going all over the world. It says, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. The end of Esau's kingdom is being manifest right before our eyes, but only the elect, only those that's taking heed and paying attention is going to see what's coming down the pike, because the rest are blinded. Pursuant to Isaiah 6 and 9. You're gone. Why? Because you have been rejected from the Lord. So therefore, 2/3 are going to get put to death. So it reads, it says, for like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginning and wonders and powerful works and ending in effects and signs. And we at the end of Esau's kingdom is circling the drain, and this devil know it. That's why this devil have these military convoys coming in. You know, why do you think the borders are open? Because they want chaos to amiss. They want chaos to ensue. They want to bring in this order out of the chaos that they're going to commit themselves. See, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. This devil was slick, and he's sly, and he's cunningly wise. And you people are going to get caught up because you're not taking heed, you're not paying attention. And it reads, it says, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith. This only the elect. Those are the men that's going out there in the highways and the byways, pushing this truth 100% and sacrificing themselves. Some of us got ailments. Some of us, back hurting, sick, but you still go out there and do the work. Because that's faith. It takes faith to do that, man. It says, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the set perils. What's the set perils that's coming? Jacob's trouble, famine, uproars of the people, martial law, and pestilence, sedition among men. It's coming. It says, shall be preserved from the set perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning, the elect. It says, then shall they be in a pitiful case which now have abused my ways. That's talking about the 2/3 you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans that choose not to get right, that's out there committing all kind of wicked acts of adultery, gang banging, drug dealing, being moles, being a part of the alphabet soup community. That's doing all kind of manner of wickedness in the eyes, in the sight of the Most High. Like you're not gonna pay for all the atrocities that you commit, all the sins you commit. You're not gonna pay because you're getting away with it. But you gotta understand Ecclesiastes chapter 8 and verse 11. Because sentence against the evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the hearts of the sons of men is fully set to do evil. Roughly paraphrasing that scripture. And that's you see out here, pure evil, man. It says, then shall they be in a pitiful case which have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments, because torments are coming. And there's no excuse. Every time you go on TikTok, you see brothers posting videos on TikTok. You go on Instagram, the same thing. You go on Rumble, you're just going to see videos of the brothers out there teaching the word. If you go on Odyssey, you're going to see the same thing. YouTube, there's no excuse. When you walk in the streets, there's camps throughout the four corners of the earth. There's no excuse. So those who don't take heed, you're casting words of the Most High behind your back, and you're going to pay. You're going to pay. It says, for such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me, and they that have lost my laws while they had yet liberty, seen all these videos being posted on TikTok, Odyssey, Rumble, YouTube, Instagram, you name it. There's no excuse, man. There's no excuse. It says, and when they had yet, and they that have lost my laws while they had yet liberty, and when the place of repentance was opened unto them, they understood not, but despised it. The same must know after death by pain. And that's what's coming, death and pain. You got to understand something. The Lord is long-suffering, and he has his prophets out there preaching the word, and the videos is going up. But yet nobody is taking heed. Everybody's doing their own thing. Everybody's going to gear up. And you're going to have grown men and women out there with Halloween costumes on, trick-or-treating, getting into all kind of mischief. Show you that we're on a low level, man. I never do, even when I was in the world, went trick-or-treating. Never. Hey, that's for kids, man. But guess what? That's wickedness. You're not supposed to be doing that shit. It says, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 14. 15, verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hand. That's the race war, clash of civilizations. That's exactly what this is talking about. And we see this happening. We see this about to take place. We see the racial tension brewing. Just the other day, there's some Jake that stabbed up some activist for no reason in front of his wife, slit his throat. You got people committing all kind of atrocities. Look what's going on in Philadelphia. There was a video that surfaced on WhatsApp, on the WhatsApp chat, of some Jake that's walking up behind some Edomite about to get in his car and just blew his brains out and ran off. So racial tension is brewing. It says 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They should not regard their kings nor princes. They ain't gonna give a hell what whichever president, whether it's Donald Trump, whether it's Joe Biden, they ain't gonna regard what Kathy Hochul will have to say, what Eric Adams have to say, because they're gonna be doing their own thing. They're gonna be taking matters in their own hands, because things is getting worse out here, man. It says, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man should desire to go into a city and should not be able to. For the cities, Slakia, let me slow down, calm down. A man shall desire to go into a city and should not be able. Why? Because you see these military vehicles, these MRAPs, these Humvees, these big ass tanks that they got on there, they're gonna be locking down the city. The bridges are gonna be locked down, the tunnels are gonna be locked down. You're not gonna be able to go from Brooklyn to the Bronx or from Manhattan to Queens, because all these bridges and tunnels are gonna be locked down, and you better have your papers in order, and you better have a legitimate reason why you're in the streets, or they're gonna cart you off to one of them camps, or they're gonna gun you down right there on the spot. That's how serious it's gonna be out here. It says, for there should be. It says it's like a man shall desire to go into a city should not be able, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. That's that martial law, and that's this anarchy that's going to be running rampant in the streets. And man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. That's going to be the time of Jacob's trouble. That's going to be the time of Jacob's trouble, and nobody is taking notice of this, but the elect is taking notice. But the rest, they that's gone. They don't care. They have not a clue what's coming down the pipe. He says, "Behold, saith Yahweh, I will gather together the kings of the earth to reference me, which are from the rising of the sun, from the south, from the east, and slack it. Let me get my put the light on real quick. And Lebanese to turn themselves one against another and repay the things that they have done to them. All these nations had their hand in afflicting the sons of Israel. And you see what's going on, all these nations are rising up against each other. You have wars, rumors of wars. You see skirmishes breaking out here, skirmishes breaking out there. This is only leading up to the time of great tribulation. This is leading up to World War III, which they call it World War III. We call it Armageddon because we know this is all prophecy. It says, like as they do yet this day unto my chosen, so will I do also and recompense their own bosom. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh. My right hand shall not spare, it says, my right hand shall not spare sinners. And who's the only one that can sin? You Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, which are the biblical Israelites, on down to Issachar. That's why the Lord is allowing these devils to do what they do. That's why the Lord is going to allow these devils to bring martial law, which is going to be 10 times worse than 70 AD. It says, this is the Lord speaking, my right hand shall not spare the sinners, and my sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth. You got Esau shedding innocent blood upon the earth, but also you got Jake that's out there. This is more wicked than Esau and committing all kind of atrocities and crimes against his own brethren. He says, the fire is going forth from his wrath and have consumed the foundations of the earth. That's some nuclear missiles and concentrated fire from them chariots. And the sinners like the straw that is kindled. Woe to them that sin and keep not my commandments. Only the Israelites can sin and don't keep the Lord's statutes and commandments of the Lord Yahweh Yahweh Shah. It says, woe to them that sin and keep not my commandments, saith the Lord. I will not spare them. Go your way, ye children, from the power, defile not my sanctuary. It says, verse 26, for the Lord knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore deliver he them unto death and destruction. For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them. For Yahweh shall not deliver you because ye have sinned against him. And that's the 2/3 you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's what's coming down the pipe. Death and destruction. The Lord appointed 4 kinds of deaths. Jeremiah chapter 15, verse 1-3. The Lord appointed 4 kinds of deaths for you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That sword is being sharpened, pursuant to Ezekiel 21:9, on down to 12. And the Lord is allowing it to happen. That's why King David prayed to the Lord to deliver him from the wicked, which is this sword. Esau is the sword of the Lord. Psalm 17, verse 13 on down. Esau is the sword of the Lord, and the Lord's going to allow Esau to rise up and do much damage. A lot of you going to get victimized out there. And that's what's coming. Death and destruction. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 68. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you. That burning wrath of that great multitude is them Gurkha troops, them UN troops, these paramilitary forces out there that's going to be used to bring much violence and death and destruction. It says, for behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you being idle with things offered unto idols. You're going to be in them concentration camps, and they're going to offer you that MOTB. And if you take it, that's your ass. It says, verse 69, and they that consent to them, unto them, shall be had in derision, and in reproach, and trodden underfoot. Yes, you're going to get put to death. And the ultimate trodden underfoot is when you be ashes, because you're going to be fuel for the fire. It says, for there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord, only the elect. The 2/3 they fear the Lord, but by the precepts of men. They don't understand, nor do they know the Lord. They're going to think Satan is doing this, but the Lord is actually doing it. It says, they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste to take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. Because perilous times are coming, death and destruction are coming. We warning you week in and week out, putting up multiple videos, whether you were here or whether you were forbear. Once again, we know what's going on. This guy screaming out, what's going on? They preparing for martial law. They preparing to put a military foot in your ass. And it's all being done by the Lord on the left-hand side. So take heed. But only the elect is going to take heed. Stay prayed up and measure the times and be circumspect. But the 2/3, they're going to be out there blind as a bat, not knowing what the hell is going on. So with that, I'm going to say shalom.